Hello friends, welcome to State of the Stash 17, which I will be talking about the yarn coming in and out of my stash for March of 2024. I can't believe it's already been 17 months worth of tracking my stash. That's crazy. So if you are new to State of the Stash, this is where I talk about all the yarn that comes in and out of my stash, where I make a good effort towards using more yarn out of my stash than it comes in, and being brutally honest with you all, regardless of having success or not. I am wearing my Attune shawl today, and this is all yarn that I spun myself on my drop spindle, and I love this. It is nice and big and cozy and squishy soft. Okay, so let's talk about success or failure for March of 2024. My first finished object for March are my Desert Vista Dyeworks socks in the colorway Crystal Ball Frapp. These are a pair, and they're knit on 2.25 millimeter needles with 64 stitches. And these used 83 grams of yarn out of my stash. The next and last finished object that I have is this Sockhead cowl, which is a great pattern for using one entire skein of yarn. It's just a long tube with ribbing on either end. And this is one of my languishing whips that had been sitting around since September of 2020, and I finally finished it. So this used 109 grams out of stash, and you can tell based on my number that this skein was a heavy one. The yarn is what's called for in the pattern, which is Misti Alpaca, and I literally used every last bit of it. In fact, if I still have the picture, I will pop that in. But I played some yarn chicken. I had started the bind off and thought to myself, as I just started, I was like, I probably have enough to knit one more round and do the bind off. And thank goodness I did not listen to myself, because as I finished the bind off, I think I had maybe that much yarn left. It was really cutting it close, and I would have been really sad to have to rip out a bind off out and start all over. So yeah, that's it. I didn't have any yarn come in. I finished 2 things, and that was a total of 192 grams out of stash. So for the year, I am at negative 987 grams. So that means I have almost 10 skeins of yarn coming out of stash, more than, what I have brought in. So it's not a complete 10 out, because I have brought a little bit in and had more than that go out. So that feels really good for being a quarter way through the year to be down 10 skeins. So if I continued that amount of yarn coming in and yarn going out, which I don't know that I can, because I have finished some really big old projects, that would mean I get to be like 40 skeins down for the year. Again, I don't think that that's going to happen, especially because I might have ordered my first advent. It was only a sock skein, but I did order an advent, and I'm excited about it. Anyway, very short episode this month. Unfortunately, I don't have anything else to share with you, and I guess that's not terribly a bad thing, but it is what it is. So thanks for joining me. I would be very curious to hear, how is your stash acquisitions, usage? How are you doing this year, and what are your goals? If you'd like, you can share them down below with me. Thank you so much for joining me. I will talk to you all next month. Bye.